First responders comb the ruins of a home hit by a Russian drone in Ukraine's Kharkiv region. There's nothing they can do. Of the family that lived here, a pregnant woman is the only survivor.
A
34-year-old woman miraculously survived. She was swept away from the house by the impact. She suffered first-degree burns and bruises on different parts of her body. 3 children, a 1-year-old girl and 2 2-year-old boys, and a 34-year-old man died. They were crushed by the ceiling.
Just last week, Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S. held talks about stopping Russia's war on Ukraine. But the body count keeps rising. And so Ukraine is holding its course, in more ways than one. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy's term was supposed to have ended in 2024, but he says with ongoing attacks like these, it's not yet safe to hold an election, contradicting a Financial Times report that he could call a vote later this month.
I have always said that the question of elections is raised by one partner or another of Ukraine. Ukraine itself has never raised it. But we are certainly ready for elections. I have said it's very simple to do. Establish a ceasefire and there will be elections. In other words, it's a matter of security.
Though the situation remains bleak, Ukrainians are finding small ways to cope. First, there's coping physically. In from the freezing air, people in Kyiv climb into this makeshift sauna tent. It's free and mobile. And the person who came up with the idea says it's a great way to help people who've lost heating at home. Russian strikes on Ukraine's energy sector have left the country facing sub-zero temperatures.
Now that this cold spell has begun, we decided that we need to find a mobile solution that would help people. And it really works, because in this small sauna, in just 30 to 40 minutes, at a temperature of no more than 50 degrees and with dry steam, a person, even sitting in their clothes, warms up from the inside.
And there's emotional coping, too. Over 1,000 kilometers from Kyiv, at the Winter Olympics in northern Italy, one Ukrainian athlete says he's prepared to be disqualified to make a statement. Skeleton racer Vladislav Haraskevich trains with a helmet plastered with images of fellow Ukrainian athletes killed in Russia's invasion. The International Olympic Committee has banned the helmet, saying it breaks rules about political messages during competition. It says he can express his feelings, just in more appropriate settings.
And we would encourage him to express his grief. We feel his grief. We expressly want him to do that. But, you know, in the end, let me be clear, it's not the message, it's the place that counts.
But Haraskevich says the helmet's about remembrance, not politics. And he says it stays, even if it costs him a chance at a medal. For his country, there's been no Olympic truce.
People now, you already heard about conditions in Ukraine, and with, let's say, like war fatigue, we understand that we had it in the world media. People feel in Ukraine sometimes to be forgotten. And it's important to remind the world what happens now in Ukraine.
As the 4th anniversary of Russia's invasion approaches, neither peace nor elections are in sight. But many Ukrainians are still holding on, hoping that this hard time in their country will soon pass into history. Fuhua and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.